Whitey! Hello, hello, hello. Indeed, Bernard White is my name. You know, it was Bon Hod Weiss before I came to America, you know. Had to change it though, because it's kind of weird going to an American school sound like German and then black, you know. Kind of weird. But then when you learn about your heritage, you know, like my great-great-grandfather, you know, was like a Nazi, you know, in the war. But then you learn about your grandma's side, and great-great-grandmother's side was total, like, slave sellers, you know, from South America. It was a weird combination, and, you know, I don't tell much people about that, but I think people here should hear the truth, you know. Hell, the name Whitey, I could be like the mascot for this place, you know. White Stone Brewery. Just call me Whitey. Oh, man. So, has everybody noticed how dating apps are really mean to certain men? Like, you go on there as a man, you get like, what, 3 hits, 10 hits, maybe a month. But, if you're a woman, you're like 30, 100 hits in one day. One freaking day. So I decided, you know, I was gonna mess around, I put down like bisexual. And it truly told me how men were, man, because I got like 30, 40 hits in that one day. And I learned that day that I'm just fucking gay fuckable. That's how it goes. Now, I do like going to gay clubs. I totally do. They have like the strongest drinks and they're cheap. And I keep getting free ones. And I know the reason why I get free ones, because I'm a bear, you know, look at me, I'm a big black guy, you know? But I don't feel like I'm like a bear. I feel like I'm a Care Bear cousin, you know? You know, like a small little gorilla with a silverback with a white belly and a weed leaf, you know? And when I do my Care Bear stare, not only do you get happy, you get very stoned. And you definitely need to get some lunch after that, because, you know, you got pulled pork over here at the food truck. But remember, there's number one rule when going into like a gay club. Do not go to the after parties. I mean, they have some of the strongest drugs. You're gonna wake up with like a sore, slick posterior, shitting out those little like butt babies drip by drip. And I know women, you can compare to this, because, you know, it's happened to many of you too. It's nasty, we do it, and I will apologize for most men who do it. Except for the ones who want babies, and it's all for you. Oh. I love this table. You're right, this table's amazing. So I was coming to town, and my friend asked me to help him with a party. You know, in this time of weather, you know, it's cold, people like parties inside. But he asked me for like extra help. So then I'm like, oh, he needs me to sell condiments at his orgy. That's cool, you know, that's normal in Austin, you know. Austin has many, many orgies, you know. So now I know that somebody's, you know, porn store, you get condoms, lube, Viagra, Plan B, they have it, you know, because you need Plan B just in case, you know. Accidents happen in orgies. So I go to this porn place and it's like packed. Cars surround the whole place. I walk in and the place is empty. No one's there except for like one customer and the guy behind the counter. I'm like, fine, I'll go get my order. But when I go to the counter, I noticed it was a little person. You know, not like, you know, a kid. It was a midget. And he basically states, he's like, I want one ticket for the theater. I'm like, wait, there's a theater here? What the fuck is that shit? I never heard of a theater in a porn store. And my idea is like, oh, it's probably a porn theater. Then my mind started rolling. It's like, you know, I've never seen the comparison of a midget masturbating. They're like, is his hand bigger or smaller than his penis? Well, like, I wanted to see this and understand what was going on here. So I decided to get a ticket for myself. Now I got this ticket, and I'm walking down the aisle, and the aisle is warning me of what's going to happen next. The first thing you have, like, old porns, Debbie Does Dallas, you know, but straight porn. Then it goes to, like, you know, transsexual porn, lesbian porn, gay porn, and I have the door in front of me, theater. Lights are flashing inside, and all I hear inside is, and this freaks me out. But I'm like, I'm brave. I can do it. Open the door. I'm blinded by the theater like lights, you know, on the screen. And it's just regular porn on the screen. But then when I look down, my eyes adjust. I see like this group of people with masks on, and they're like, just chanting. And in the center was this midget with a 10-inch penis driving it deep into this other guy, like digging for brown gold. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And like, I was stunned for a second, just stunned. I was like walking back like slowly, and a person taps me on my shoulder, whispers in my ear, says, "Are you next?" And I'm like, whoa! I'm cool. He's like, what? Are you chicken? And like, in my head, I had a Marty McFly feeling, fly or fight. I'm like, I'm fly, motherfucker, but I'm up on that shit. He's like, oh, really? He put his finger in my belt loop and started dragging me down. I've never slapped somebody so hard. And what's the worst part? When I slapped him, he was like, oh! And I was like, oh! I got the fuck out of there, went in my car, and fucking just drove off. Huh. But halfway there, I fucking just remembered I did not get the fucking condoms, lube, Viagra, or fucking, Plan B. Well, that's it, me, folks. Have a good night. Thank you.
Keep it going for Bernard White. Keep it going, Bernard.